So I'm not very grateful for things around me, and I feel like it's harder and harder for me to be grateful for the things around me because I feel like I'm deserving of more.
Let's talk about gratitude. Hi, this is Daniel Lakstins, and you're listening to the Ultimate Reality Surfing Program. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that way you can always get this awesome content for helping you to create the best life ever. Now, today we're going to talk about gratitude. What do you appreciate about life?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Can I tell you what I don't appreciate about life
Yeah,
instead?
absolutely.
Daylight savings time. The bane of my existence. I hate it.
I love it. I'm very appreciative. I have so much gratitude towards it. Why
I'm
do you,
very ungrateful. I
why,
hate
why,
it.
why do you,
Sucks.
why do you dislike daylight savings time?
It ruins my day. I have an innate sense of timing. I know exactly what time it is all the time, and they stole an hour from me while I slept, the bastards.
All right. Well, when it comes to manifestation, gratitude will help speed that up. What's up with this daylight savings time that you're not grateful for?
I know when everything's supposed to happen, and things aren't happening at the right time. The clocks are wrong. Everyone around me is wrong. And it's just a despicable time of the year when it should be happy and filled with spring. And now it's just filled with nonsense and backwards time. I'm
Well,
moving to Arizona.
for
I'll see
me,
you
I'm
guys
so,
later.
I'm that's funny because Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time. I think there's
That's
only
why
two
I'm moving
states
there.
in the whole country. I grew up in Indiana and we didn't do daylight savings time.
Well, I'm not moving to Indiana. There's too much snow. I'm going to Arizona.
Oh no,
I'll see
no,
everybody later.
it started about maybe 10 years ago, I think, something like that. But but the thing I really feel it's something in our heads, but I am grateful for it. You know why? Because when summer hits, even though right now, like say if I go to the gym, I'm not going to be grateful at the gym, right? Because I'm working and I've been to the gym just recently and my guns are getting bigger and my legs getting stronger. I'm feeling healthier and happier, but I hurt. It hurts to work out. And during the process, you can feel upset about it. But I tell you this though, next month when actually right now I'm feeling I feel pretty good about myself. Then I'm feeling grateful for this negative experience that happened to me that I put myself through because I see the results. And so even with the daylight savings time, it sucks right now. Yeah, did I wake up at 10 o'clock today? Possibly. Actually, I woke up earlier. But the point is I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I'm not going to be upset about it because I know it's a transition. I do know this though, that in the summertime, when hits around May and June, I'm going to be feeling super happy to have the extra hour that all the bars are open super late. I'm just joking, but no, but the extra hour during the day, the sunlight, you can do it's going to be fun, and I'll suffer through this, but along the way, if I'm grateful, if I show gratitude, if I feel appreciation, then my energy feels good and positive flowing. And as I feel good and positive flowing, guess what happens? Manifestation, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Manifestation.
So I'm not very grateful for things around me, and I feel like it's harder and harder for me to be grateful for the things around me because I feel like I'm deserving of more. How do I turn the tables and adopt this mindset that you seem to have for feeling grateful for things?
Well, when we're ungrateful, then how does that feel?
Great.
Well, when I still remember when I was in first grade and trying to figure out social interactions with people, and it took me a few months, and all of a sudden it hit me. I'm like, oh, I get what this drama is. I finally get this. And you can act sad or upset, and then someone gives you attention. They'll come up and hold you or what have you. If you're upset, you scrape your knee, your mama runs out and holds you, and then you get this reward system. Um, but the thing is, when you're on your own, once we grow up, I mean, now we're responsible. We are our own mamas, right? But the thing is if we're always feeling lack, then the law of correspondence says that we're going to draw more lack into our lives. So, if you're feeling happy, then it seems like even if a shitty person comes into your life during
You
that,
confuse my lack and a feeling of sadness with being ungrateful. I relish in being ungrateful for things. I relish in the joy that it brings me,
I
and just
see.
sort of pushing forward out as to people wondering why they're so horrible.
Would you qualify that as a contrast in life that you can, you see different colors? You don't have to like red or like blue, but whatever your favorite color is, when you see your color within the scheme of things, it creates contrast of what you like and what you dislike. Is that what you find pleasure in?
Well, when we try and define grateful, the words that define grateful are really defined by the opposite of grateful. It's ungrateful. It's thankless. It's unappreciative. It's ingrateful. It doesn't really have a category for ungrateful that doesn't have the word grateful in it. And so we need to identify what it is that we're talking about for people when we say being grateful. Is it being respectful? Is it being loving? Is it being appreciative? And or is it being like upset with someone? So when we say be grateful, practice mindfulness, what are we really, really telling people to do?
Appreciate. Yeah. Abraham Hicks doesn't like the word gratitude or grateful as much. It's a good word, but Esther with Abraham, they always say uh, appreciation, appreciation. So when you say I'm grateful, it still is a positive sensation of that. I have enjoyment, and I feel appreciation that I'm enjoying this, whether it's the moment, if you're seeing the sunset, you're feeling grateful for this moment in time, this experience. If you're walking with a new pair of shoes, you feel appreciation. But if you have a speck of sand in there, while you're
So I'm going to throw something at you real quick that just came to my mind. I think digital photography has ruined our ability to appreciate things, because what photography used to be able to do was capture a moment. And now I'm shoved with like a million moments every time I scroll through my Instagram feed, my Facebook feed, my social media feed. And those are other people's moments. And so I'm trying to snap judge and trying to figure out exactly what it is to be thankful for, but I'm lost because I'm no longer able to appreciate the individual moments, the moments of our life that photography used to capture, that do bring a sense of serenity and calm and joyousness and happiness and just relaxation.
well, there's it's always enough or not enough, in our lives. I remember cats are this way. A cat will come up and start rubbing on you and want you to pet it, and then you start petting it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, oh, that's too much. Okay, I'm done. Get me. And the cat just jumps off and says, "How dare you?" You know, um, and life. When it comes to your digital technology, I mean, what a wonderful gift. I'm so grateful that recently, because of you, I thought if I could drop some more positive messages on my TikTok, I thought that would be good. So I've been experimenting with Pictory, and I noticed that I don't get as many clicks, but I know that I'm still having an impact, and I can still do my videos with me in them. But I feel like the Pictory, if I can save 4 hours of my day having it generating two videos while I do my one video, then I can get more positive messages out there that would impact people for the better. Um, so I see what you're talking about. I have much appreciation for the tools that were created, but it's just like, eating too much ice cream or eating too much of your favorite dessert is going to have a negative impact on you. So it's finding that balance. Life is about coordination. I teach ultimate reality surfing, surfing the waves of frequency in this reality. And so it's all about being a reality surfer is balance and coordination and holding yourself this way or that way. So that way you're not too out of whack and then you draw better experiences. If you're too happy all the time, which I've been guilty of, then whenever you are bombarded with the contrast, which is the ungratefulness. Yeah, I don't like that. That sucks. I have a pebble in my shoe. Why is this happening to me? Universe, why would you let a piece of sand get into my shoe? God, why have you forsaken me? You know? And so, but if we go, that's too far on the other side. We're falling off balance of our surfing mechanism. So it's finding the balance within those. If you're too high or too high energy, it's hard to even communicate with people with low vibration. And isn't that what we want to do, is help each other, you know? So, but it's finding that balance. But appreciation is the tool of manifestation, because if with the law of correspondence, whatever you're thinking about, you're bringing about. So if you're constantly showing disappreciation for something, then the universe thinks you want that, and then it starts bringing you more of that. So that way you can feel more dissatisfied in life. And if you want to
You know, we
switch,
wake up in the morning. One thing I'd like to do is I got a intention journal by my bed, and I write down what my manifestation goal is for the day. I write down what my inspiration or intention is for the day, and that sets me to doing a good day, a good start, because I know there's going to be negativity that gets thrown at me from other people, from telemarketers, from trying to sell me a car warranty, from trying to give me a Medicare alert bracelet. Someone's going to try and ruin my day all the time.
no,
But
no,
before
no,
I
no,
get out of
no.
bed,
No, sometimes, once in a while that may happen, but you don't want to say that out loud.
oh, what happens every day?
No, well, I know that's because you're saying it. If you want to break free from that, you have to say that
Yeah.
I know that there is a chance that this may happen. Very rarely
Oh
does it
no.
ever happen.
Oh no, it happens every day. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna set my intention early, and that way, when those things happen, when those things come at me, I'm not upset by them. I'm not miffed by them. I'm gonna have my sense of gratitude that I instilled upon myself in my day before it began, before I got out, before I threw the covers out. And now I feel like I can better attack the day because all I need to do is reflect in that moment that I had in the morning where I set my intention down.
That's brilliant. I think what you're talking about is what I teach would be desensitizing the opposite polarity. So if you're having trouble with nightmares, not nightmares, if you're having trouble with worrying about something happening, oh, I have a video on this called The Fear of Death. And what you do is you desensitize yourself by feeling the death, because the ego is going to jump in and say, well, oh, but what if we die? And then you say, well, we already did die. I
I've
already,
died so many times before. Like literally, I could tell you about 20 deaths off the top of my head right now. And you'd be like, how doesn't that phase you? And I'd say, well, because I was dead and then I wasn't. And I was dead and then I wasn't. And I know where I went in between different lives, different incarnations, different planets, different species, different entities, all those things I were and have a recollection of now consciously from my higher mind that's now been downloaded in my conscious mind.
now, did you get that download through remote viewing or through your psychic abilities?
My psychic ability and through meditation and through a beyond quantum healing sessions, which are a BQH. You can look those up. They're an abbreviated Dolores Cannon method, which takes 2 to 3 hours. And you can also do these visualizations on your own by going through different meditative sequences. Edgar Casey, I'm sure there's some you can find online, but
Don't you teach
myriad of
that
different
too?
techniques.
Do you
Okay.
do you teach that too? And what's it called again?
I don't teach BQH, but there's no reason I shouldn't. And so I think you need a certification for it, but I could teach it if you're interested in learning more about it. I could walk you through the processes. I
Ronan,
teach an
I
awakened
am.
self-healing, and sometimes the awakened self-healing courses overlap into past lives. So we're healing a trauma that has been with you for more than your physical life, more than 5 physical lives, more than 10 physical lives, but that goes back thousands of years that you're experiencing physical pain from. I can help you migrate through that. And I teach awakening self healing, individual classes, and group classes.
That sounds amazing. And how did they find you for that?
Dial 1-800-realityforecast.com. No, go to @realityforecast on YouTube or www.realityforecast.com. There I am.
Yeah, Ronan is amazing. Ronan and I've been friends for several years now, and there's always something new I learn from him all the time. So be sure to check him out. But yeah, I'm very dissatisfied with you, Ronan.
Why's that?
No, yeah, well, I'm just joking. I was going to say I'm very appreciative, but I thought I desensitized the opposite polarity so that way it feels great.
I was upset. I was trying to figure out what I should do wrong. So
You
you
didn't do anything
projected
wrong.
your dissatisfaction on me, and then it changes me. So when you do that, when you cast this ire on people of I'm dissatisfied, you bring them down in addition to bring yourself down. So shift the way you talk. Make what you say positive. Be grateful for those things. Don't get lost in social media clicks.
Mm-mm.
Don't scroll through stuff. Walk outside, experience nature, live in the moment, not other people's moments. Would that be a
And
good
do take your shoes off
segue?
too. Do take your shoes off too, and socks because they the grounding that now even the science, even scientists now are saying, yeah, it does kind of throw off radicals out of your. That they found true science on that too. So you're grounding it. What do you think of that? Your
You
eyes.
know, do you know what lives in the ground?
Oh, good bacteria,
Bugs,
good bacteria.
bugs,
Yeah.
fire ants.
Well, in Texas, yes, right. Look around. Got to be careful where you're stepping. But I tell you, where we grew up, how long you been in Texas now, Ronan?
35 years.
35 years. See, and
No, wait. 5 years. No, 3 to 5 years.
oh,
One of those.
no, I've known you for longer than that.
Aught four. I moved in here in aught four.
So how long before
I'm
you
a
showed up?
thousand years old, by the way. 19 years, going on 20 years.
Yeah, that same over 20 years for me. And yeah, there are fire ants in Texas. I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I didn't know. No, but I tell you though, going down south, I do remember riding my dirt bikes. But we used to race motorcycles, and I did get I parked on an ant pile one time. I think my choke wasn't working right. I was messing with it, and I had ants all over my leather boot that got inside. But anyways, but I didn't grow up with fire ants. But Texas, oh my goodness, it was tough. But I'm very grateful for the fire ants. Am I?
Be grateful. Don't be critical. Be forgiving. Learn to live and love others. Like we guys love you.
And one other thing too is know that when you're feeling dissatisfied, it's only providing contrast for you to choose what you truly want. Ronan, thank you for being on the show.
Hey, it is good seeing you, my friend. My name is Todd Ronan. You can find me at Reality Forecast or on the web at www.realityforecast.com. And thanks for having me today, Daniel. It's good seeing you again.
Thank you, Todd Ronan, for being on the show. And remember, if you want to find me, you can hit me up at Ultimate Reality Surfing. That's www.ultimaterealitysurfing.com, or check us all out on our social medias. That's at Reality Forecast and then at Ultimate Reality Surfing. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that way you can always get this awesome content for helping you to create the best life ever. Run over to ultimaterealitysurfing.com and download a free copy of Designing Your Perfect Reality. All right, and we'll see you guys next time on the Ultimate Reality Surfing Podcast.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.